kutunza mikono ya mama, kina chembechembe ya kutunza mikono ya mama anapofua. Nguvu ya kutoa madoa sugu, kutunza mikono. Endorsed by the Kenya Association of Dermatologists. Tusker Premium Cider has a rich apple flavor and a smooth, crisp finish for a refreshing taste. Tusker Premium Cider, exploding with taste.
Lake Region Economic Bloc, in partnership with the government agencies, invites you to the inaugural Lake Region Investment and Blue Economy Conference, whose theme is Optimizing Shared Resources for Prosperity under the Big Four Agenda at Bomet Stadium, Bomet County, from 21st to 24th October. The conference will officially be opened by His Excellency the President Uhuru Kenyatta on 22nd October 2018. To participate, kindly visit www.lebevents.com.
Polio ni maradhi ya kuambukiza ambayo yanaweza kusababisha ulemavu na hata kifo. Kenya iko kwenye hali ya tahadhari kwa maambukizi ya polio kufuatia kuripotiwa kuonekana kwa virusi vya polio kwenye maji taka na pia mchipuko wa polio kwenye nchi jirani. Kuanzia Jumamosi tarehe 20 hadi Jumatano tarehe 24 Oktoba mwaka huu, Wizara ya Afya itaandaa kampeni ya kupeana chanjo ya polio katika kaunti 12 ambazo zina athari ya kiafya, ambapo timu za afya zitatembelea nyumba hadi nyumba kutoa chanjo kwa watoto wote walio chini ya umri wa miaka 5. Kaunti hizo ni Nairobi, Kajiado, Kiambu, Kitui, Machakos, Meru, Isiolo, Tana River, Lamu, Garissa, Wajir na Mandera. Kumbuka, wote ambao watakuwa wamekosa chanjo hiyo nyumbani bado wanaweza kupokea chanjo ya polio katika vituo vya matibabu vilivyoko karibu nao. Polio haina tiba. Mlinde mtoto wako kwa kuhakikisha anapata chanjo. Chanjo ya polio pamoja na zingine zinazotumika nchini zimekaguliwa na kuthibitishwa kuwa salama. Mpe chanjo mtoto wako, umlinde.
Welcome back. Now, tonight it is emerging that buyers of the condemned CFAR apartments along Mbagathi Way may have been duped. Many of them are young adults who took the big step of taking loans to become homeowners. The government, during Kibaki's administration, lauded the CFAR project. Now, the apartments are set for demolition. Where does that leave the tenants and the buyers, and what should you look out for before buying a home? Dorcas Wangira with that story.
And their young family are in a serious predicament. Lamu, a Christian minister, tells us that he, just like many young professionals, took a loan to buy his own home.
We've gone through it through registered organizations, through banks that are known. So many people are on mortgages here. So even for me now, if I am to be asked how can other people go through, what should they do to ensure that what they're acquiring is actually legit? To me right now is a mystery.
I mean, it's October, we were all winding down towards Christmas, then now this. So our lives have been disrupted.
The government then lauded the CFAR apartment project. The building was backed by respectable financial institutions which gave loans to purchase the housing. Finally, it was the Minister of Housing who commissioned it. The developer, Edelman Properties, insists that the approvals were given by NEMA and WANWA.
We want to understand why that the same government that approved is now the same government that is saying it's an illegal structure. So that's where we are at, as of today.
It is very strange, very surprising, and it's the residence code. It is horrible.
That is the position the country is at right now. The document itself is not conclusive evidence. What is the process? I can come with all types of documents, but what is the process that was followed to get me to that result, to the end result? Because I can print those documents. I can pay someone to come with those documents. Did they carry out their due diligence?
Nanya, an advocate of the High Court, says those seeking to buy land to build a house or purchase one that is complete must be very careful. They must carry out searches and seek legal advice before any transaction.
Do a search on the property. This will tell you if the vendor, the person selling the property, is the actual owner. Do they have the NEMA approval, which should be attached? Do they have the approval of the town planning council? Do they have the approval of the civil aviation authority? There are many other government institutions. There is Kenya. Is it a road reserve? See, is it parkland or forest land?
In the event the demolition goes on, is there any records for the homeowners who invested their money?
Lay the blame squarely on the authorizing body, which is an arm of the government. So at the end of the day, the government is responsible. But at the end of the day, that sum of money that will be paid out, if there is a payout, will come from the consolidated fund.
For those who made the approvals, we are not just going to punish those who built, because I know in many instances, many of them are claiming they were given permits. Those permits and whatever they were given illegally, but they were given by government officers. So I want to assure you that we are going after all those who issued those permits. Those ones will be prosecuted.
With an extension of the demolition deadline, a cloud of uncertainty still hangs for the homeowners, but Lamu is hopeful.
It is very important for the government to come through and bring back that trust. Give the people, the citizens who voted for them, to give them the trust that indeed what their hard-earned money is not going to be wasted at the end of the day.
Dr. Swangera, Citizen TV, Nairobi.
Now, leaders in Marsabit County are now apportioning blame to the administrative arm of the government for failing to act in good time when violence sparked off in the frontier county. During Mashujaa Day celebrations in Laisamis, the leaders promised to spread peace among the Gabras and Bonanas, but at the same time asked the government to address the root cause of the problem. Hassan Mugambi with the latest from Marsabit.
Laisamis, Marsabit County, Mashujaa Day celebrations in the wake of lethal attacks that have so far claimed 14 lives and displaced hundreds others. Those in attendance using the platform to call for peace. But the leaders present pointed an accusing finger at the local administration, saying the county security team failed to respond and avert retaliatory attacks.
Na tulifanya resolution ambayo tulisema watu wa security team wa implement. Shida yetu ya Oktoba hii yote ni kupitia kwa security team ya Marsabit County ambao walilalia kazi, walishindwa kutekeleza ile maagano tulifikia wakati wa shida ya September.
This coming days after Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i warned politicians against fueling the violence and subsequent summoning of top leadership by the DCI. Area Senator Abubakar Harugura using the opportunity to call on leaders to adhere to the 10-point declaration that called for ceasefire between the two warring communities.
Sisi kama tunataka kupiga hatua kufikia Kenya ile ingine, lazima tuchukue amani na tuweze kusonga mbele.
Governor Mohammed Mahmoud on his part saying he fully supports the police investigations into the violence, adding that even leaders found culpable should be brought to book. Mahmoud calling on communities here not to fall prey to messages of incitement, saying that criminals will be prosecuted. But even then, he wants the current administrators transferred for failing to stop the violence. Marsabit County Commissioner Gilbert Kitio saying that they are conducting ballistic examinations of the weapons recovered to establish the origin of the arms used during the attack. Even as the leaders resorted to finger-pointing, observers have it that reconciliation is a better option for peace and stability to be witnessed in Marsabit County. Hassan Mugambi, Citizen TV, Laisamis, Marsabit County.
And to news in the region, kidnapped Tanzanian billionaire Mohamed Dewji has been released 10 days after he was seized by armed men in the city of Dar es Salaam. A statement on his own company Twitter account confirmed he had returned home safely. The businessman, known locally as Mo, thanked the Tanzanian police force and everyone around the world for their prayers. It is not clear how he was freed or whether a ransom was paid. Tanzania's Environment Minister, January Makamba, a close friend of the industrialist, said the kidnappers had abandoned him at a field near the Gymkhana Club in Dar es Salaam. The young billionaire was abducted by unidentified gunmen last Thursday as he went for a workout. And to some international news now, Turkey has vowed to reveal all details about the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi after Saudi Arabia admitted for the first time he had been killed in its consulate in Istanbul. Saudi Arabia suggested on Friday Khashoggi, a prominent Saudi critic, had died in a fistfight. Turkish officials previously said he had been deliberately killed inside the consulate and his body dismembered. Earlier this week, unnamed Turkish officials told media outlets they had audio and visual evidence to prove this. The Saudi kingdom has come under intense pressure to explain Khashoggi's disappearance after he entered the Istanbul consulate on the 2nd of this month to seek paperwork for his forthcoming marriage. Now, hair is such a huge part of one's identity, especially for women who know the misfortune of losing it. Hair loss is often one of the results of cancer treatments like chemotherapy, and for women who are battling the disease, not having their locks can be demoralizing. That's where Dee's Salon comes in. For the last 4 years, Diana Akech has been dedicating her salon services to cancer patients in need of wigs. It's an expensive but rewarding affair for Diana, as she tells us why she started it on tonight's Her Say.
It's a busy day at Dee's Salon. No blow dryers or combs inside. Today, the clients require a different kind of service. Diana Akech owns the salon that has taken a unique approach of giving free wigs to cancer patients and survivors.
The nurses were they're very friendly at the hospital, and they were able to tell me that we want you. When I asked them that you people never told me I'm going to lose my hair, actually I was joking because they had already prepared me. So I started telling them I want my hair back. And then they had nicknamed this Lay Queen because I'm ever talking to other patients, laughing and just making fun. So I told them, I need to slay because now I cannot be able to slay without my hair. So one of them told me that I'm going to send you to Diana. Diana is a very good lady who takes care of those patients or those survivors for cancer, is able to to do a makeover for them, and you're going to feel different and it will be a change.
He has saved my life. I'm feeling good, positive. I'm so happy. Now I'm on medication for 10 years, and I'm okay. And I know I'll finish those 10 years.
Diana started giving free wigs and makeovers to cancer patients after she saw the difference it made in the life of a friend who battled the disease 4 years ago.
A friend of mine was diagnosed with cancer, and I saw how much it affected her. I also lost an auntie. I saw the journey of losing hair, the self-esteem issues and everything. So I decided to support a friend of mine. When she wanted a wig, I had fallen off, so she was like, Dee, I need to look amazing. I need to, I just need to start living again.
It's quite an expensive affair to provide these quality wigs, which have helped beautify close to 400 women.
So many people are aware about what I'm doing. So every time when somebody's going for shopping, somebody will drop a wig here and there. I get clients who travel from overseas. They can bring me like 10 wigs, 5 wigs here and there. So nowadays at least people get to donate. But before that I used to just support it by myself. And I can't complain because, it's a good feeling when you give back to the society.
Cancer patients usually begin losing their hair 2 to 4 weeks after they start treatment. Mary Nganga remembers what it was like when her hair first started falling.